1200 BCE. Picture the ancient world at its absolute peak of sophistication, Mycenaean Greece. The Hittite Empire, Egypt, Babylon, Ugarit, Cyprus, Canaan, every single one connected by trade routes, a global economy. Functioning, sophisticated, thriving. And then, in approximately 50 years, every single one of them, gone. To understand what was lost, you need to understand what existed. Imagine walking through Mycenae in 1250 BCE. The Lion Gate, two massive limestone lions carved in relief, watching with stone eyes that have seen 500 years. The Cyclopean walls, so massive later people assumed only giants could have moved such stones, up to 12 tons each. The Mycenaeans were not primitive, they were illiterate, using Linear B, the oldest recorded form of Greek. They kept meticulous records, tax inventories, military rations, trade ledgers, offerings to gods. A Mycenaean man well dressed in a burgundy tunic carries olive oil for Egypt. He speaks the Greek of heroes. He tells his children stories by firelight. His civilization is the most advanced in the Western world. In 50 years, his grandchildren will live in a world so collapsed, his palace abandoned, writing forgotten. The ancient world of 1200 BCE was a fully functioning globalized economy, not isolated societies. Ugarit, on the Syrian coast, was ancient history's Singapore. Every merchant, diplomat, language, currency passed through. In its ruins, clay tablets were left drying in kilns. When fires came, correspondence in 8 languages. Yabninu, a merchant, sits at a wooden table. He wears a white linen robe, a gold ring. Through the window, a harbor with 5 ships loading flags of Mycenae, Egypt, Cyprus. He is rich, connected, secure. He does not know what is coming in 40 years. Around 1200 BCE, messages change. Diplomatic correspondence fills with a single word. Ships. Ships of the enemy have been sighted. We are besieged. Nobody knew who they were. We call them the Sea Peoples, a name invented by Egyptian scribes. Egyptians fought them off, barely. The Hittite Empire, Egypt's great rival, simply disappeared. Hattusa, their capital, abandoned. Not conquered, not burned, just abandoned. The last Hittite king sent a desperate letter for ships. The king of Ugarit replied his ships were at sea. Neither one survived. The most haunting document, a clay tablet from Ugarit, still in the kill when the city was destroyed. A letter from the king of Alatia to Ugarit. My cities were burned. They did evil things. My troops and chariots are in Hatti, ships in Laka. The country is abandoned. This letter never reached Cyprus. Cyprus was already burning. 2 civilizations talking in their final hours. History is made of people. Ordinary lives inside the catastrophe. Consider T. She is 35. Strong, calloused hands. A simple linen dress. It is 1190 BCE. Palace caravans pass less frequently. Merchants no longer bring cedar oil or tin. Bread costs more. Her son asks questions she cannot answer. She will die. Not knowing, her children will live in a world so diminished. Linear B. Tablets, palace records, all forgotten. Historians propose 5 explanations. Climate drought, earthquakes, sea peoples, internal rebellion. Or, the leading theory, systems collapse, no single event, but multiple stressors. Civilizations dependent on distant resources. When multiple stressors hit, the entire network failed. Eric Klein. The Bronze Age didn't fall because of one enemy. It was too complex to survive simultaneous shocks. What followed was the Greek Dark Ages. Linear B, the administrative language, vanished completely. For 300 years, no written record from the Greek world. None. Palace complexes abandoned. Squatters lived in ruins, lighting fires in throne rooms. They kept animals in storerooms, having no idea what the buildings had been. When Greeks emerged, literacy returned with a new system from the Phoenicians. They told stories of heroes, Achilles, Agamemnon, Odysseus, Homer wrote history as myth. The palace of Agamemnon was Mycenae. Homer was trying to remember a collapsed civilization. From a clay tablet at Megiddo, 1200 BCE. The situation is serious. Food is short. No grain. The enemy is in the interior. The land is being ruined. Now, a UN report, 2023. Climate disruption, conflict, economic shocks, supply chain vulnerabilities, creating food security challenges, different languages, millennia. Identical situation. The Bronze Age collapse teaches us about modern civilization. Our global trade system is structurally identical. Every nation dependent on others for resources. Tin from one place, copper from another, oil from another, microchips from another. When drought, migration, instability, supply chain disruption hit simultaneously. The system failed. Eric Klein. Could the Bronze Age collapse happen to modern civilization? His answer: eerily similar. Our globalized civilization makes us more vulnerable, not less. But history does not give enough credit. The Bronze Age collapse did not end human civilization. It ended a particular form of it. The Phoenicians survived and adapted, not because they were stronger, but less dependent on the palace system. Their economy was flexible. They invented the alphabet. Not the first writing system, but the first learnable in weeks. 22 consonants, learnable by almost anyone. This alphabet spread from Phoenicia to Greece, to Rome. Every letter you are reading traces us directly to merchants in 900 BCE, building the foundation for every civilization that followed. The most sophisticated civilization was not destroyed by being inferior. It was destroyed by being too dependent. Too dependent on distant supply chains. Too dependent on specific trade routes. Too interconnected that no single part could survive failure. The Mycenaean palace was not brought down by an enemy more powerful. It was brought down by the absence of tin. The system failed. T in her Egyptian village just noticed merchants stopped coming. She didn't know why. We know why. We have the clay tablets, the sediment cores. Eric Klein's research. We are the most educated generation. We have every warning written by every civilization. The question is not whether we have the warning. The question is whether we are reading it. The Bronze Age collapse, the event that ended the ancient world. Your history class never mentioned. The event most relevant to the world you are living in today. Now you know it happened. Now you know why. The decision belongs to whoever comes next. That is you. The past is not behind you. It is underneath you. And right now, it is speaking. We release a new Lost Civilization documentary every week. Subscribe now so you don't miss the next warning. Comment below. Which theory do you find most compelling? Let's get a debate going.